Well, I can say this, I'm glad this season is over. There's another request from by Frame by Frame. If you're watching Frame by Frame, I want to sincerely thank you for your generosity. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, re-reviews, reviews, randomness, commentaries, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. But this is episode 7 and 8 of Stranger Things Season 3. I know there's people that like this season. That's cool. We agree to disagree. To fully mention why it is I have a problem with this season. Now, the first two seasons of Stranger Things I thought were okay. Thought were alright. They're okay. This season is a piece of fucking shit. It's a fucking asshole. I don't want to look at it. So it can fart in my face. You know, people say, well, let's try to do something different. Well, in my opinion, it fucked up. And it fucked up big time. Because there's do something different, and then it's being almost a parody of itself that it just boggles my mind as to why they went in this direction in the first place. Because it kind of pisses on what they were working up to in the previous seasons. Again, it'd be like the X-Files all of a sudden doing a season that's the whole season's like a parody of itself. The first season was a semi-serious show, fairly serious show. There was humor, there was nostalgia, but it was about a kid who was missing. You had a mom, Winona Ryder, dealing with the loss of her kid, but desperately holding on to the hope that her kid will return, that her kid is alive, that her kid is out there and not dead. While the friends are dealing with, well, we hope we can get our friend back. We hope our friend will be safe and sound. Like you have the piece of music, We Could Be Heroes, which they reuse here, but during a very essential moment of drama and emotion, which I thought was rather effective in season 1. So we have this bits of emotion and drama, and that bit of the story has merit. To now we have a season where 4 kids are sneaking into a Russian base underneath a shopping mall. 2 of them are wearing sailor suits because it's their fucking ice cream parlor uniform. A finale that stops in its tracks while people are ready and almost going to fucking die because we need to insert a goddamn duet of the never-ending fucking story theme song. Hey, good job, you killed off... No, they didn't. But potentially killed off David Harbour's character because you took fucking time because Dustin's little girlfriend said, no, I don't care about saving the world. You didn't talk to me in a week. We need to see the duet. The never-ending story. La 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 la. This goes on for like a fucking minute. On top you have goofy Russian scientists, goofy conspiracy theorists, shopping mall montage with Madonna's Material Girl, CGI rejects of the creature from John Carpenter's The Thing. More like The Thing prequel. That's what more looked like. Episode 7, the fucking episode stops to have a conversation about New Coke. For like 2 minutes. A fucking argument about New Coke and the validity of New Coke. How about New Cock? I put my new cock in your old ass mouth. Okay? Stranger Thing. That's the stranger danger. My cock in your mouth. Maybe you need, maybe my cock's too old. Maybe you need a new cock in your mouth. Maybe the juices will revitalize you. To get your head out of your ass. Episode 7, Dustin and the girl, little annoying fucking twerp. They're driving while Steve and Robin are drugged up from the episode before. Where they're drugged up and they're just goofy, they're silly, they're goofy. Meanwhile, 11 in the group, they're attacked in the house. 11 is stabbed in the monster's limbs, dragged to the mouth. Finally, Lucas does something. I remembered his fucking name. Lucas does something. And chops the tendril off. Granted, why can't any of this be practical effects since it's so goddamn 80s? You want to be 80s with the music, 80s with the cinematography? Definitely with the references. Oh my god, we're in the movie theater and it's showing Back to the Future. And we have the Back to the Future music. I'll just go watch Back to the fucking Future then. I'll go pop in the Back to the Future Blu-ray. I'll watch all 3 of the fucking movies. It'll be better than watching your fucking season. It'll be shorter than watching your fucking season. I'll get more out of it. There you go. Fuck the show, fuck the season. I'll go watch the Back to the Future trilogy. And I get more out of it. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn nostalgia porn. I'm tired of it. When that's all you got. There's not much of a story here. It's about not much of a plot here. In the episode 8, you try to have a redemption for Billy. I don't buy it. I don't buy it for $1. I don't buy it for a penny. I don't buy it for a second. Billy. He had a bad childhood. 11 says 3-4 things about it. Now Billy's like, I will give my life for you. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I know they tried, but I don't buy it. Still don't like Billy. Still don't give a fuck. Don't feel bad for him. Good. I'm glad he's dead. Fuck him. Should have died earlier. Sorry. Don't feel bad for him. Not one goddamn bit. I have no reason to. He was such a psychopathic asshole. Yeah, I get that he had a bad past, but you made him such a psychopathic asshole in season 2, and then he's possessed as a villain in season 3, and because you do 3 things, I'm supposed to feel bad? No, I'm sorry, I don't. Sorry. Tough shit. Hate to be a bearer of bad news. That shit happens to a lot of people. What happened to the past, and they don't all grow up to be sociopathic assholes. Sorry. Some movies and shows have done that and done it better, because I think it had better writing, more successful writing, unlike this. So 11 in the group escape to the mall. Dustin, Robin, Steve, and the little girl run into a theater that's showing Back to the Future. Well, before they get to the mall, 11, the group get to a store. Because 11 has to heal up because she's wounded. See, we're at the store so they could go by and see the Mr. T cereal and the Ghostbusters cereal. And so we can have new Coke. And literally have a combination about new Coke. It's, how do you drink that? Well, it's like the thing. The original was a classic, but the remake, sweeter, bolder, better. Are we seriously stopping the fucking show? Seriously? We're right before the finale to have a 2-minute conversation on new Coke. It's nostalgia porn. It's wannabe nostalgia porn. Hey, you remember New Coke? No, because most of you were not alive for New fucking Coke. What's next? Is season 4 going to have Crystal Pepsi? Fucking shit. That's all this offers. Again, the first season, even the second season, they had humor, they had levity, but for the most part was taking itself seriously. Here, it's a joke. Again, your characters wearing sailor suits because they worked at an ice cream parlor, stopping to have fucking 2-minute dialogue about New Coke, or a minute duet about the Neverending Story theme song. Material Girl Madonna shopping montage. David Harbour trying to be a fat man and PI. Oh, they go to a fairground. Russian scientist is killed. Good. I don't give a shit. I'm glad he died. Get him the fuck out of my face. And then the one conspiracy guy, oh man, I just left him for a corn dog. A stupid corn dog. Stick the corn dog up your ass. Please, and shut up. Since you're just talking out of your ass. David Harbour fighting some Russian guys in a carnival funhouse. They get out of there, they go to the mall. 11 and folks, they get to the mall. The wound is pulsing. Go to episode 8. They get the wound out. David Harbour and them arrive at the mall. Now, episode 8, you finally get some nice merit of drama of David Harbour saying, right now I need you safe. It's after you, not me. And it's telling 11 to stay there. Just after they get the wound, 11 doesn't have any powers. I can still help. Hey, just stay here. We'll do it. That's a nice moment. Sad that it took the last fucking episode of the season to have a nice moment between the two. It only had to be 8 episodes in an 8-episode arc, which is a season. Because we had to be too busy talking about New Coke and Back to the Future, watching Back to the Future on the theater, watching Day of the Dead in the theater. Which did Day of the Dead and Back to the Future come out at the same time in 85? I don't fucking remember. I don't know. So Dustin and them are going to get to the radio tower, going to guide them through the ventilation shafts. David Harbour, one of the writer, and the annoying conspiracy theorist guy, they're going to go stop the machine. While 11 and all the other kids have to deal with Billy and the shitty looking CGI monster. And they're using fireworks. David Harbour is fighting the evil hitman Russian. While Dustin has to sing to Susie the Neverending Story theme song to get this code. Thank God you did that, which... If you didn't have to fucking sing that, maybe David Harbour would not... He's not dead. I'll tell you why in a minute. I know that. I didn't even have to look anything up. It says it in the fucking episode. Winona Ryder turns the machine off. I don't buy Billy's redemption, and I don't care. I'm glad the character's dead. They stop the machine. Monster disappears. I guess all those people are dead. I'm assuming all those people are dead. That was part of it. It just shut down. Then it cuts later. This goofy news program of Cutting Edge talks about the events that has happened. Mike and 11 are not a thing anymore because 11's going to move with Winona Ryder. They're moving out of town. David Harbour, you get this sweet moment where 11 is reading a note David Harbour left, which most of the time we didn't see David Harbour and 11 being this friendly relationship. Throughout most of the fucking show, we didn't see it. You saw it briefly at the end of season 2. Then at the beginning of season 3, they're at each other's throats yet again. And then you see like a brief moment at the end of this, well, earlier this episode. But now we're supposed to buy that they had this great relationship, a father-daughter. No. There's more of them fighting and arguing with each other than sweet moments. But then, well, we have this big, long speech of a note, so that makes it the difference. Apparently it did for a lot of people, not for me. I'm like, no, it doesn't work. And that's when they put the We Can Be Heroes song again. I'm like, it worked the first time here, now you just... What's the word I'm looking for? There's a certain phrase I'm thinking of, I can't think of it at the moment. Manipulative. You're being manipulative. But I'm sorry, it's not earned. Does David Harbour in 11... What did you see in the first 7 episodes? What great sweet moments did you see between David Harbour and 11? In the first 7 episodes of this season. What did you see? Name them. Name 3 moments of sweetness between David Harbour and 11. Name 3 moments from episode 1 to the end of episode 7. Name 3 moments. Sweet moments. You can't. Name 3 moments at season 2. Maybe the scene where 11 and David Harbour are in the truck going towards the destination and David Harbour apologizes. Maybe a moment near the end after the battle and they're hugging. I can't even think of a third one. And then the credits start and then we're at Russia where the Russians have a monster from the upside down world. And right there it tells you David Harbour's alive. Because there's cells. One's going to open up a door, and the guy goes, no, not the Americano. Is that subtitled, but you clearly hear the Russian go, American. I'm like, who other American would it be? It's David Harbour. It's David Harbour. Russians were there, they captured him, they took him away. Took him back to Mother Russia. He either escapes or they gotta go rescue him in season 4. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. And people are going, oh man, I hope they didn't kill David Harbour. I'm like, no, he's not dead. If you watch the show, it clearly tells you. So then it makes the whole note that he wrote pointless. The whole note about it's pointless. Because the guy's still alive, and even the episode is like, well, we can't commit to this. We can't commit to this at all. And I don't even care if the character's dead. I really don't. He's a fucking asshole at the beginning of the show. And then this pussyfoot around with Winona Ryder I didn't give a fuck about. I didn't give a shit about what they did with the characters. Mike, who seemed like the lead in the first season, he's completely pointless in this season. The Mike character. Completely pointless. Just a fool for 11. They're together, then they're not. That's all Mike is worth. Will, his Spidey sends team goals a couple times. That's all his worth. Lucas, they give him at least a few little moments with a slingshot to get the monster over to there so they can escape, or cut the limb so 11 doesn't get taken away. At least they give a handful of moments. Dustin and Steve are the 2 characters I thought utilized the best. Dustin, they give him a girlfriend. They give him very much importance, where he saves Steve and Robin from the Russians. He's able to maneuver around the Russian. He's able to show David Harbour and the guys how to get there. He's able to get the code after doing a stupid duet with Susie the bitch. Why you call little girl bitch? Because she's a bitch. I don't care about saving the world. I want to see never-ending story. You're a fucking brat. Go sit in the corner forever. Take your fucking glasses. Fucking punch you in the face. That's too much. Yeah, I know. It's a fucking joke. And seriously, you go into timeout forever. Until you're 18, and then you're out the door. There you go. That's serious. Goofy kicker through a field goal while it's on fire. It's called a joke. Billy, don't give a fuck about his redemption. Don't buy it. It's just so goofy and silly and fucking stupid. A goddamn Russian base underneath the fucking shopping mall. All the stuff I talked about. Stopping to talk about New Coke. Stopping to talk about fucking Robin. The only thing about Robin is, okay, she admits that she's gay. I don't give a shit. Well, she wasn't bad of a character. It's just I don't give a fuck. Not bad, but just I don't give a fuck. This whole season I didn't give a fuck about the story. The story was just lame, wannabe. Also, at the end of the the season, why did it make this big deal of having these countless people, right? Countless people. Why didn't it send them after the kids in the mall? Wouldn't that make more sense? That there's now like 50 of these bodies to chase after the kids, instead of this one shitty looking CGI mass of pus and blood and guts and piss. Wasn't it the point of having all these people? Well, no, it's to make this big mass. But would it be like, hey, I need to find these kids. Let me create all of these bodies to go fucking find the motherfuckers. But I guess once he melts them, he can't bring them back, I guess. Maybe you should have melted them in the first place. Yeah, you had 1 or 2 at the hospital. But if you have 50, maybe that could change. And literally you had like 50 people. But fuck do I know, right? I guess not. Guess that didn't matter. I just see the monster's like, no, I want to be this shitty looking theme prequel effect. But everything else is 80s. It wants to be different. Well, it failed. It fell flat on its face. It was a parody of itself. Again, the first season was trying to find this missing kid and a mom desperately holding on, clinging on to the hope that her son is alive. That's some good, decent, dramatic stuff. That's one of the better parts of that season, was Winona Ryder, like drama. No, let's get away from what made it work. Think of another show where the first 2 seasons are semi-serious. Yeah, there's levity, humor, and nostalgia, but... And then let's go a fucking parody, goofball. I can't think of it. I'm trying to think of other shows. Like, imagine if they did a Friday the 13th sequel that actually was a parody. There'd be people pissed. And hey, maybe you should try it, and Halloween 3. Very different from Halloween 1 and 2. But I thought it was successful in what it was trying to be. There are movies and TV shows that do different stuff. Some of the funnier episodes of The X-Files, entertaining. But I don't think the writing held up. Because I don't think the writing is... I never thought the writing in this show was as fantastic as people made it out to be. Maybe with the characters, but the actual story and situations and how blatantly obvious the nostalgia porn is, I think that was one of their weak points. And I don't know what's so great to watch. Oh yeah, yeah, Weird Al Yankovic. Let's have a song from him. And you keep bringing up the Thing. I rather just go watch the Thing. I'd rather go watch my Thing. There you go. I'll watch it again. I'll show you. No. So Stranger Things, Stranger Danger, Stranger Dicks in my face. That's how I feel about it. Fuck this season. The first two seasons are okay, but I think they're overrated. This season is a piece of shit. I don't see merit in it. I don't see merit taking a show that's had potential to be pretty decent and just making a goofball, send up parody, goofy shit about it. What it tried to do, it failed at. The monster sucks. The CGI, all everything 80s except effects, which is one of the biggest parts of a fucking 80s show or movie, but what do I know? Lame story, trying to be manipulative when it's not earned. Lame writing. At the end, the Russian literally says American. Well, who else would it be? What? It's fucking. You think it's Bob from season 2? He somehow survived his wounds. No. No, it's David Harbour. Because you didn't see him die. That's another thing. You didn't see the character die. You saw Bob die. Sean Astin in season 2. You never saw David Harbour die. So that's another reason why you know he's not dead. Otherwise they would have showed him die. Just to be more dramatic and more sad. And they didn't. For that fucking reason. And lo and behold, David Harbour will be in season 4. No shit. What a big surprise. To, I guess, everyone except me. Hey, what do I know? So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Fuck this season.